Hi, I'm Gabe Sanchez, founder and president of Nebraska Farmers Network. The origin story for Nebraska Farmers Network started about 2017 when I wanted to create your common real estate fund. However, when I started digging into ag land and farmland here in Nebraska, it started unraveling a big ball of twine and started seeing what we don't hear about a lot is the foreign ag interest here in Nebraska, and a lot of the local farmers and ranchers not able to compete with them or expand their operation when they wanted to. So that just took over the common private equity funds of raising capital to purchase apartment buildings and single family homes, and at 150% geared all towards farmland, because it just pulled some heartstrings on me that I never felt before, and I thought it was just a lot bigger than myself and just making money, or something that we could really make a difference about. Personally, I was not raised on a farm or a ranch by any means. You do not want me in a combine or on a horse. My grandpa had purchased some land outside of Lincoln in the early 60s, and he raised a family of 12 on 160 acres. And we would always, growing up, we would always visit the farm, and that's, I never met my grandpa, he died early, but all the stories of him were always originated on that farm. And not only did the ground get sold, but it seems like my grandpa's legacy got sold too. 17 years later, that was the spark, or maybe, the beginning of a spark of why it was so important for me to start NFN and take action in it. What makes NFN different is, the big thing is that we provide ownership for all of our members. Our members are owners in their company. So not only are they shareholders, but they're direct owners. And there's no other private equity firm or company out there that compares. Every one of our members owns and everything that we've purchased, and they'll own everything that we continue to buy or acquire or merge with within Nebraska Farmers Network. Not only do our members grow with the company and add a lot of input, and they're the ones driving this company, but they're also sharing in the profits of the company. The mission for Nebraska Farmers Network is to provide a Nebraska farmer or rancher and their family an opportunity to expand their operation even at today's land prices. So the mission simply states, helping keep Nebraska land Nebraskan owned. And when you're thinking about a mission, it's something that you love, you love to do, and you're sick of tired of seeing a problem, and something that you dedicate the rest of your life trying to fix. First of all, the people that we serve is the residents of Nebraska. Over the past 10, 15, 25 years, there's a lot of wealth that has been leaving our state, going to the East Coast, the West Coast, and even out of the country. So you have to be a Nebraska resident to partake in becoming a member of Nebraska Farmers Network. But it's really for anybody. You got your retirees, your investors, your business owners. Just as long as you're in Nebraska and behind our mission and believe in our vision, you can be part of the network. Currently we have right now over 450 like-minded Nebraska farmers, ranchers, ag business leaders throughout the state. And these are people that are sick and tired of being sick and tired. There's about anywhere between an $8 to $10 billion export in ag here in Nebraska. Huge, huge market, huge industry. So when you're thinking about $8 to $10 billion that's being sold by Nebraska farmers and ranchers, you got to ask yourself, why do their salaries the money that they make is anywhere between $50,000 to $150,000. So this is where, you know, a bunch of our members, the whole network basically, is we're taking matters in our own hands. That's what Nebraska Farmers Network is all about, and we're just evening the playing field.